Go ahead.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What is up, everybody?
Chillin', chillin', Merc. Question: Does Hasbro have you under fire again this
I hate
week?
Hasbro. I want to fight them, and if I meet anyone that works for Hasbro, I'll punch you in the face
On site.
on site.
You heard it.
I don't mean anyone buy it. I'll say sorry after I punch you in the face, but as long as I can get it out, I'll be happy. Yeah, Hasbro did a Power Ranger review, revealing on Friday, July 2nd. And it revealed. I think I mentioned the Phantom Ranger, space pink, Zeo yellow, and Dino Charge green. What they did add was the eyeball monster from Power Rangers season 1.
Wow. Okay.
So he's coming as a monster, and I heard the Piranha one is coming also, but that one
Nice.
that wasn't released yet. So they announced those. They teased the Ninjetti suits are coming.
Oh yeah. There you go.
I'm scared to see which ones are coming
What? Why not all of them?
because
Eventually, right?
the
Like
that white ranger looked mighty suspicious.
you can't. No, you can't not do it without doing the White Ranger.
Yeah, white power.
You have to. No. Look, you can have the Tommy. Do you
White
mean to tell
Ranger
me they
power.
showed them with the?
White
You,
Ranger power.
you mean to tell me they have the? They didn't show pictures of the hood, right?
So they just did a silhouette of it. So they didn't really mention what it's gonna look like. I'm hoping. I want the more movie quality one than the actual TV one. So if they do the ones from the movie, I'm fine with that. I think it should be a 5-pack and not an individual figure because I think I will not want to buy that individually.
Ooh, Merc, you just made me remember something. Has since they got this, have they done the movie suits
They're
from the first
doing
movie?
no, they have not. But they mentioned them having the rights to the movie,
Mm-hmm.
and we also got the birds.
This ain't good. This is true.
So they've been teasing that Ivan Ooze is coming. They have not mentioned him. They're kind of been releasing the metallic suits, which the new heads of Rocky and Adam and all that stuff. So I can see them doing a visual because I see that they like doing the Mighty Morphin stuff more than anything. So that's usually the most popular one that they've been putting out is the Mighty Morphin stuff. I could see them
Makes
doing
sense.
it. Again, I could see it as a collector's edition, maybe a box set,
Please,
like what they did with
why
Psycho.
not? Let's just do it. Let's do-
Yeah,
Get
San
these-
Diego
get
Comic
these
Con is
movie
coming right
suits
up.
out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I could see them doing that. Again, San Diego Comic Con is coming later this month, so you might start seeing a lot more of the things getting announced and the little specials and stuff like that. So there's a chance we may see it very soon. But yeah, I wouldn't mind the movie suits because I actually liked the movie suits. Some of the helmets are kind of weird, but I would like to see alternate heads for the weird shit that the helmets did, like the Cyclops T-Rex one
Okay. Okay.
and shit like that. Because they all did little things, like the Yellow Ranger had like the big yellow eyes, and it was like flashlights and shit.
Yes. Yeah.
So I would like to see stuff like that. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing the movie ones. I wouldn't mind it at all. But I would like to see some of the other teams get some love too, because there's some that hasn't got the love it deserves. We got our first, well, technically Turbo figure, but technically he's not considered Turbo because the version of him is going to be in space, which is the Phantom Ranger.
Okay.
He showed up in space, and that was the version of him is the one that showed up in space.
Okay.
But he originally origined in Power Rangers Turbo. We have not got seen a Power Ranger Turbo Ranger yet.
Wait, not even a Justin? What? Well, you would think he'd be the first one they make just to troll.
I
Just
know
like
they have not
yeah.
made one. So far
Wow.
with the Hasbro Lightning collections, we have before the pre-orders. If you actually have everything up to date, we have finished the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, the regular teams and stuff like that. We have the metallic teams coming, except for Tommy. which I see Tommy, Metallic Tommy, coming very soon. So don't worry about that, because they love making that Tommy. So
Yeah, definitely.
and there's two. He has what? He has an. If they do the Ninjetti, he'll have a figure for Ninjetti. They have the Black Ranger still for Dino Thunder, which they haven't made yet. So I could see them making a Tommy of that one.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So there's still Tommies to go around. So don't worry about that.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
We're not done.
he's coming. Yeah, you're gonna get more of him. But I would like to see Time Force get some love. Time Force is like one of the best Power Ranger seasons, and they only have one figure, which is Wes.
Okay.
Where is the Pink Ranger? Where is Jess? Like she on our list of the top Pink Rangers, me and Tenacious T, shout outs to him. She's
Yes,
number
sir.
one. She's over
Wow.
Kimberly. She's over all the fucking. She's the best Pink Ranger. Why she hasn't have a figure yet? Why the Quantum Ranger doesn't have a figure yet? He's probably one of the most badass Six Rangers that we have.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of, and then also I always liked the Turbo suits because not the Turbo, the Time Force suits because they were a bit more brighter and bolder. So
Okay.
I would like to see Time Force get some love. We were completing Space. I think we were completing Zeo, and we almost completing SPD.
That's true.
Which
Yeah.
I'll give them enough credit for SPD. There's a lot of figures that I did not think will come out with SPD that's coming out
Yep.
with like the SWAT teams, the A team, the A squad. I didn't expect to see that at all, and they're coming out with them. So
You know who I think who I think you can probably thank for that one is the game.
I'll say honestly with the A squad, I say it's the comic book.
Oh, okay.
Because
Okay.
A Squad had a big fucking big arc in the comic book, so I could see the reason why they brought A Squad was the comic. Same thing with Phantom Ranger. I think Phantom
that's
Ranger was
probably
picked because of the
why.
comic book.
So you saying that is probably why they're in the game.
Yeah.
As
So
well. Oh,
I'll
yeah,
say
yeah.
a big
Makes
mix of the game. I'll say more of the comic to game, but then I heard rumors that we might get a Ryu and Chung Li Lightning Collection figure.
You wait. Oh man, now see now I'm gonna have to put this on Figure Watch
Yeah.
like I did John Cena. This is
Yeah.
a special occasion.
I might have to get that Peacemaker too.
It looks good. It looks very accurate too.
Yeah,
It's
I might have to get
it's
that.
funny.
I might have to get that. I was like, damn. I was gonna have like different versions of John Cena. I'm starting like a weird little John Cena collection. I never thought I would have.
You know, if you buy all his figures, I hear he comes back to this dimension. So keep on going.
He gets recognized again.
It's soon. I don't know how many more can you buy before SummerSlam. Let's see.
So I kind of want a beginning version of the Dr. Thugonomics.
Okay.
Like
Didn't
one
they
of the
make
early
one
ones.
of those?
I think
didn't
they
they
did.
make one of those
I had to
recently?
look for it. I think it's the one with the jersey and shit.
So
Yeah.
it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be that expensive now, would it? That's not that
His
much,
surprisingly his figures go randomly, but I'm not looking to get every single one. I just have a weird John Cena collection for some fucking reason right now, and it just recurred to me. And then, you know what? All of them are from the Firefighter Funhouse match.
though. Okay, so they're the different stages of Cena. is
So
what
I
you're trying
have
to
the green shirt Cena with the bob hair.
say? Mhm.
I have that one because Tommy bought me that one. I have the old school Cena, which was from that match, and I have the NWO Cena from that match.
You have the Ruthless Aggression one?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, so
it comes with the Vince McMahon puppet. That was the only reason I bought it, because it had came with the Vince McMahon puppet.
Okay, gotcha. Well, there you go.
Yeah, so I have like a little weird John Cena collection going. I might have to get Peacemaker.
You know what? John Cena follows us on Twitter, so you know what? Give him a shout out.
I
when
like
you
John
can.
Cena. I respect the guy.
He's a good person.
Yeah, I you know what's funny? Like again, maybe we're talking this is wrestling battle, but I think I started realizing more of John Cena especially while we were starting this podcast.
Okay.
Because seeing that we were watching everything and actually really looking at things, I found more appreciation for him while he was wrestling, especially with the U.S. title, the Open Challenge U.S. title.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was my favorite version of John Cena was the U.S. title Open Challenge.
Well, there's a big part because I wasn't watching it. So there's a lot of stuff where he was the champ and whatnot that I just didn't see. So when people when they boo him and stuff,
Yeah.
it doesn't really hit for me to say.
Yeah.
Or when you know what I'm saying. In the last few years when we have been watching for the podcast and whatnot,
Yeah.
and he was there, like you said, with the U.S. Championship,
Yeah.
that there was this weird air around him.
Yeah.
The old man people used to say messed up things, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's just like I just remember him. I just remember the music really.
Yeah.
That's about it with John Cena. He used to win a lot of matches, and I remember that music. That's about it. Couldn't tell you much else. And he's probably done the most charity work out of anybody
Yeah.
in the history of the planet, though.
Yeah.
That's what I could really tell you about John Cena. Like, I know more about John Cena being a humanitarian
Yeah.
than I do about him really, like, the storylines he was involved in when he was wrestling.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at. Like,
He had honestly, if I go back to a lot of stuff that he did in WWE, there's a lot of stuff like the WWE title thing. I feel like if they did it somewhat a timely matter, like a year before or a year later, I think it would have worked. I think Cena going heel could have happened, and they just didn't want to do it. They just saw profit instead of a good storyline.
okay.
And I feel like that's the
What-
big problem
what
with
time
wrestling
frame,
today.
What year that was?
So again with Roman. When he
Oh,
fought
you mean like
Roman.
when he first got there,
Yeah.
when they were first talking, and then he was wearing the blue and orange?
Yeah.
Okay. I
You
see
could
what
have
mean.
you could have had him go heel against Roman, especially if you were trying to produce Roman as a babyface. You could have had
Yeah,
Cena
okay.
do some kind of like with The Rock. The Rock was able to switch it back and forth. That didn't matter who he was.
This is
Like,
true.
Rock was
This is
just
true.
snapping a finger. He was heel or he was babyface. When he came back with Austin, he was straight heel, but he got cheered against Goldberg.
Mm-hmm.
So
You're right.
it was a lot of things like that. But that's wrestling talk. That's wrestling Bible stuff. But yeah, the Hasbro, they made me pre-order shit. I pre-ordered a bunch of stuff. That's not going to come out to like January of next year, so I have some time to rob some banks.
Well, don't tell him on the podcast, man.
So maybe
The-
if I say it and they just won't believe me.
The CEO of the bank might be listening because he owns Google or something. You never. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
Google owns them.
Well, I mean, that's what they want you to say.
Yeah, so
Where
I
the
gotta
UFOs at?
I gotta make room for these Lightning collections because they are starting to really take over. So yo, if you're listening to this podcast and you're really interested in pops, I got a lot of pops for sale. So definitely come check me out. I'm gonna take pictures and start selling them shits because I really need space because I'm running out of real.
You figure real estate?
Yeah,
Is true.
I actually was considering selling the cartoon turtles
Really?
because
Wow.
Because there's so many of them coming out and they're so impossible to get. Like, I have no, like, energy to try to find them.
Gotcha.
Like, the movie turtles are a bit more easier to get. And when they sell them on NECA, it's a bit easier to get. But I won't see them because I'm still waiting for my Bebop and Rocksteady since last year.
Damn.
A year and a month now.
Shipping. Come on. When are they ready?
I think they said second quarter, which could go lead into third quarter. But I've been waiting for that one for the longest time. And I was
So
like,
it
yo,
should be soon, right?
yeah, I'm hoping.
Hopefully, like next month.
Yeah. But there's a lot of stuff I have pre-ordered that's coming out within the next couple months. I really got to get my money together. I have those 3-0 Power Ranger figures coming out, the $100 ones. So those are coming August. I got the Brian Myers and Matt Cardona Super Sevens. They're coming out next
Mhm.
month as well. Yeah, those come out. I should have those next month as well. There's a Lightning collection next month. There's a Lightning collection in October. There's a Lightning collection in November.
Jesus. They know what they do. They know what they do.
I hate them. I want to fight them.
But their quality, man. It never used to be like this. Like, that's the whole thing. It's like, you could be like, sure, we had, because I'm sure almost every one of these characters exists in some form as a toy, right?
Yeah.
But they ain't like this.
Oh, and Goliath I think comes out this month.
Somebody
Dog
just
Waters.
brought that up. You're right.
Yeah, I pre-ordered that one, so I think two of them. I think. And then what was it? Thank God I don't collect Marvel Legends. I stopped Marvel Legends
Oh
a long time
man, you
ago.
just
I'm
reminded
glad
me.
I don't
I
fucking collect
saw
those.
I saw because I follow Forbidden Planet's Instagram,
Yeah,
and they just posted up they got them in the Loki,
yeah,
the TV show ones. So I saw the Loki and then the Captain America and the Scarlet Witch and Vision.
yeah.
And
And
was there
then
somebody else? Loki,
Falcon.
right? No, well I called him
Oh
Captain
yeah,
America,
Captain America.
but
Falcon was the soldier.
Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah, those are the only ones that came out.
It's only
And
five.
U.S. Agent one.
And the that's not her name. What is her name? The blonde lady that's on the show, the Loki show.
Loki. I forgot her name. But she's Loki as well.
But
She
her
is a Loki. Yeah.
character is supposed to get well. That's not even a part of that line, but they were like here, and
Yeah,
so
she's
I
coming
saw
out.
the what do you call that? The scans for it. So I'm
Yeah,
like, all right,
she's coming out with the What If figures.
really?
The
What?
What If has a line of figures,
What?
and that's on starts in August.
I gotta call shenanigans. Wait. They're gonna come out already in August?
The figures, well, the show comes out in August.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right,
So
all right,
you,
all right.
so
'Cause
what they do with the with the Legends is the fact that once they air the show, that's when they release the pictures
well,
of the toys.
that's why I'm about to give him some shit, Merc. Wait a second. That lady's on a television show now. Why
Yeah,
they wait until August to put her figure out? When I can walk in
because
when I can walk in the store today and buy Loki, like that ain't cool.
because the way they had to reveal her, they had to wait till they revealed her in the show in order for them to show it.
So it's still July, man.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me they're gonna wait till August to let you buy that figure?
Yeah, I don't think that set comes out to September anyway.
What?
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
All right.
And his rumor is you have the Star Lord, Black Panther dude, T'Challa as Star Lord. You have Zombie Cap. You got Zombie. Yeah, Spider Man, the Spectrum Centauri. So I think that Doctor Strange and Spider Man mixed together. You have Agent Carter, which is Captain Carter. Is gonna be Captain Carter,
Okay.
and shit like that. So they all coming out on with that Loki.
Where's my Dark Claw? Oh wait, wrong crossover. My
That's
bad.
DC. Yeah, you need to get them to work with DC, and then you probably get Dark Claw. That wouldn't
No,
be a
no,
bad
no.
line, but they had to agree with each other.
I would see when that was at its hottest point the first time it happened.
Yeah,
They should have went all in, and they didn't, and that's weird.
yeah. Because then who makes the toys? Who gets the profit? Who does this?
Toy
Who
Biz at the
does that?
time is what I'm telling you,
And
because
I think it was DC Direct that was doing the DC figures.
at that time I couldn't tell you who was making
Yeah.
DC because you know why? I wasn't buying them because they wasn't good like Toy Biz.
Yeah.
You remember the Batman figures for the movies, dog?
Oh yes.
They was whack,
Yes, they were.
but that's all we had.
They were Mattel. Mattel was doing them at the time.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of a Batman figure from the 90s that can compare to just the average Toy Biz. Like, I mean, in playability and posability. Like, you remember, like, Toy Biz was the first ones to up the game somewhat. So that you didn't have characters with stiff arms and stiff legs.
Yeah, you know what? They always had stiff arms and legs, but I think when they did the Batman Legends, I think that was the ones that were like a bit more pulsable and stuff.
That's about what year? If you can remember.
Maybe 96, 97.
Okay.
That was the one that you got the figure of the Robin with the Disco Robin.
No, I don't remember that. Excuse me, Disco Robin?
I call him Disco Robin. It's the light blue suit with the gold Nightwing. With the long
Okay, I know.
hair.
All right, I know what you mean. Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
I always call that one Disco Robin because it looks like a disco suit. A Disco Nightwing. Yeah, DC never really had I remember the DC Directs because those were the ones that like were based on the comic book art. So like Ed McGuinness had Batman, Superman with his art made into figures and things like that. They did the Ush series and things like that. Those are the ones I remember. Those were later on. Those were like
That's later. Yeah. Because that's when you could like
yeah.
be like, hey, that's kind of cool. Because
Yeah.
I remember the Batman the animated series figures.
Yeah.
Wah.
But they're still stiff. They're all stiff.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They were still stiff. That's why I said wah. I gave it to Waluigi because it's
Yeah.
like I want it, but bruh, you can't play with this. Just
Yeah.
sit him in the car.
Yeah.
Just sit him in the car. That's it.
Play with the car.
Play with the car.
Oh man, it's crazy though. Like I would
But-
like to see certain things.
But like circling back around, that's why it's kind of like you don't want to really miss stuff that's coming out now because they got that quality.
Yeah.
But it's not even expensive anymore. It's not like because there was a good time. There was a good time where like before Marvel made the Marvel Legends that were basically at a reasonable price point. That was like what $7, $7.99.
They're like
when
$10.
they first came out?
About $10.
Not even like
Like
in
$8.99,
early Toys
$7.99.
R Us they were having for like $7.99. I
Yeah.
guess $8.99.
Yeah.
But like even they would discount them to like $3.99 and whatnot. But before that, like any other figures of that type of caliber was mad expensive. Dude. It was
Yeah.
like 16 to 22 or something like that.
Yeah. Like I
So-
remember when Marvel Legends first came out, they were like $15.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
They were $15.
it took a while, but like you had to pay for that quality.
Now
You had
they're
to pay for them arms and legs to bend, man.
now like the regular price of like any of the Marvel Legends is $20.
Yeah, that's the thing. Now the economy has changed where they've gone back up to being those pricey things.
Yeah. It's
Ooh.
crazy.
Wait, so what's the average price for an elite?
Elite
Mm-hmm.
WWE is about $20.
And then the basics are what?
Basics are like $10 to $12.
And then the special stuff like a He-Man
$30.
figure.
Oh, like the special like
Like those, like when they branch off and make something that's like weird, but it's still classified as a figure.
so like so how do I explain it?
Not to say like when they make something really big and like put it in a box, not like an ultimate, but like I'm talking about like those He-Mans aren't like made for collectors. They're technically
yeah.
basics, but because they're just regular ass figures,
So
but they're not the regular wrestling figure.
Oh, okay. So say for the Master of the Universe line with WWE, those are about $15 each. So they're like right in the middle.
Gotcha.
Same thing with the He-Man figures. The remaster ones are about $15 each. But if you go and buy like the new ones, the He-Man Revelation ones, they're
Okay.
about $22.
Really?
Yeah,
Crazy.
they're bigger scale too.
Oh, they're big. Okay, they're not the same size. Okay.
Yeah,
That's-
the like the DC universe, the McFarlane figures are like $25 now.
Yeah, but McFarlane stuff, I would think, isn't that cheaper for a McFarlane figure? Didn't they used to be more than that?
Nah, McFarlane's always were like $10 to $20. So when he first
Really?
came out with Spawn, it was like $10, $10,
But they-
$12.
I wouldn't count those, right? I know. Listen, America. I know he
Yeah.
made them, but those were those were like the basics of the McFarlanes,
Yeah,
if
But-
you know what I mean.
but
Like
when
the
he
small-
started getting into more of the movie stuff, they went up to like $15 to $20.
okay, gotcha.
And depending on the scale of the figure, then you get more of a price.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So,
but how? Okay, so for comparison, when we're talking about Lightning Collection, and then everything else that they offer, where does Lightning Collection sit?
So Lightning Collection, it will be the equivalent of Marvel Legends. So
Okay.
those are made for they're made more for collectibles, but they can be played with as well. They do still do their Power Ranger line for kids, so they do have their own version of the basic stuff like WWE, the Elite, and then the basics. Power Rangers do have those kind of figures, which are mainly more based on the current show that's going on.
Okay.
So they're more based on those. Like the Dino Fury has those figures, and those are a little cheaper. You find those for like $10, $12 max with a vehicle or things like that.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, and they're solid quality. They're not as superposable as the Lightning Collection, but they're pretty solid. Like I got one or two of them because they never made the Yellow Ranger, Beast Morphers in the Lightning Collection, so I wound up buying just her basic one just to have her with the Beast Morphers.
Okay. Do they
So
come with like the actual morpher or no?
some of them
No.
comes with pieces. They I know the one I particularly bought came with pieces to make the morpher. So each figure
Okay.
you bought, you had a new piece for
Crazy.
the morpher.
Wow. See what I applaud the Marvel Legends. I don't know if they're the ones that started that. Are they? Can I really credit them for
The
that,
builder
or is there
figures.
somebody else? Yes, the builder figures and the build.
I don't know. Like maybe they started it. Maybe another thing started that, but that was the only one I knew that did that shit. And they started kind of later in the line too to doing that. Like they did it while still Toy Biz was doing them at the time. I think it was towards maybe like the sixth or seventh wave they started doing the build a figure. Yep. Did you disappear? I guess you disappeared. Shit. I'm gonna hold this off until I hear him again.